Our first topic in the material management, that is going to be the enterprise structure. So now, what is the meaning of this enterprise structure? First of all, what is the meaning of an enterprise? Enterprise is nothing but it can be a company or some industry or some organization. So in our company, what is the hierarchy that we are going to follow? For suppose if you own a company, okay, you are going to have one main branch office, and also you will be having some plants to manufacture your products, and also you will be having some godowns to store your products or the materials. So in that way, each and every company, they will be having some particular hierarchy. So that hierarchy we are going to define in this enterprise structure. So in this enterprise structure, we are going to have a company. After the company, we are going to have a company code. Under the company code, we are going to have a plant. Under the plant, we are going to have a storage location. After the storage location, we are going to have a purchasing organization, and then we are going to have a purchasing group in our enterprise structure. Okay, now what is the meaning of a company? Listen carefully. Company is nothing but it is the topmost organizational unit in the SAP system. It is the topmost organizational unit in the SAP system. Here, each and everything is called as a organizational unit. Company, company code, plant, storage location, purchasing organization, purchasing group, each and everything, it can be called as a organizational unit. Okay. Now, companies, it is the topmost organizational unit in the SAP system. So it means it is the head. It will be the top for all these organizational units. And also, whatever the data that you are going to maintain at the company level, that data will be applicable to all the remaining organizational units. Whatever the data that we are going to maintain at the company level, that the data will be applicable to all the remaining organizational units. So that is the definition of a company. So company means it is the topmost organizational unit in the SAP system, and whatever the data that we are going to maintain at the company level, that data will be applicable to all the remaining organizational units. So that is what the definition of a company. Now, what is the meaning of a company code? Company code is nothing but it is an independent accounting unit. It is an independent accounting unit. What is the meaning of this independent accounting unit? It means it will be having its own clients. Company code, it will be having its own customers. It will be having its own clients. Okay. And also, it will be having its own profit and loss statements. For suppose if you take TCS company, they will be displaying at each and every quarter. Quarter is nothing but 3 months. At each and every quarter, the TCS will be displaying how much is the profit percentage they got, or else how much is the loss percentage they got, and also company code will be having their own share market prices. So that is what the definition of a company code. Company code means it is an independent accounting unit. It means it is having its own clients, and also it will be having its own profit and loss statements. Okay. Now I will tell you one real-time example between the company and the company code so that you can be able to understand better. Let us take Tata Group. Under a single Tata Group, we are having multiple organizations, like we are having TCS, we are having Tata Motors, we are having Tata Salt, we are having Titan, we are having Tata Chemical. So like this, under a single Tata group, we are having multiple organizations. We are having multiple industries under a single Tata group. If you consider the Tata group as a company, if you consider the Tata group as a company, all these organizations under this Tata group can be called as a company codes. Now, what I said about the company, company means it is the topmost organizational unit, right? It means Tata Group is the ultimate head. Tata Group is the ultimate head for all these organizations. And also, what I said, whatever the data that you are going to maintain at the company level, that data will be applicable to all the remaining organizational units, right? So here also in the Tata group, some board of directors will be there. Whatever the decision does the board of directors were taking, those decisions will be applicable to all the remaining organizations. So that is what the definition of a company in the enterprise structure. Okay. Now, what is the company code? As I said, company code is an independent accounting unit, right? It means if you take TCS, as I said, TCS, they were having their own clients. Like for suppose if you take Google, Microsoft, all international banks, international airlines, all the manufacturing companies, all these are the clients for the TCS. And also, as I said, TCS will be displaying their profit and loss statements at each and every quarter. Okay, so that is what the difference in between the company and a company code in the real time. Okay, any doubts until now from anyone? Any doubts?
No, I'm good.
Okay,
No.
okay, fine. Okay, fine. So let us proceed with the next topic. Now, what is the definition of a plant? Plant is nothing but it is a place where the manufacturing activities are going to be taken care. What is the meaning of manufacturing activities? Can someone please tell me what is the meaning of a manufacturing activity? What is the meaning of a manufacturing? Yeah, yes, yes, correct. So manufacturing, yes, someone is telling something.
Yes, same. The finished and semi-finished products will be manufactured.
Yes, correct. Yeah. So manufacturing activities are nothing but if you want to manufacture a finished product like a car, or else if you want to manufacture a semi-finished product like a tire, something like that. So all the semi-finished and finished products are going to be manufactured in the plant only. So in the plant, all the manufacturing activities are going to be taken care. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of a storage location? Storage location is nothing but it is a place or it is an area where we are going to store the products whatever we have manufactured. See, once you do the manufacturing of a finished or semi-finished product, we cannot just leave those products at the outside area, right? Okay, it may expose to sun or rain, something like that. So we need to store our products in some particular area, like in a closed area. That is nothing but a storage location. So in a storage location, we are going to store the products, whatever we have manufactured, and also the materials which you are getting it from the outside people vendor, or the materials which you are getting it from the nearby plants of your company. All those materials also we are going to store it in the storage location. Okay, all the products, all the materials were going to be stored in this storage location area. Okay, now that is the plant and the storage location is about. So plant is nothing but it is a place where the manufacturing activities are going to be taken care. Storage location is a place where we are going to store all the products and the materials. Okay. Now, what is this purchasing organization? Purchasing organization means it is an organization which is responsible for the procurement activities. It is an organization which is responsible for the procurement activities. What is the meaning of a procurement activity? So basically, we are having two types of procurement. One is internal procurement. One is the internal procurement. These two are very, very, very important. Okay. At the time of interview, they will ask like what are the different kinds of procurement we are having in the material management. Okay. So one is an internal procurement. Another one is the external procurement. Internal procurement means if you are getting the material from the nearby plants of your company. Okay. For suppose there is a Hyderabad plant. So this Hyderabad plant, they want some material to manufacture a product. If this Hyderabad plant is getting the material from the Mumbai plant or Chennai plant or Delhi plant, something like that, that is an internal procurement. Okay. If you are getting the material from the nearby plants of your company, it is known as the internal procurement. But for suppose if you are getting the material from the outside people, that is a vendor. If you are getting the material from the vendor, it is known as the external procurement. That is what the difference in between the internal and the external procurement. Getting the material from the nearby plants of our company, it is known as the internal procurement. Getting the material from the outside people vendor, it is known as the external procurement. So both the procurement activities were going to be taken care by this purchasing organization. Okay. Any doubts until now? Okay. Fine. Now, what is the meaning of a purchasing group? Purchasing group is nothing but it consists of a single buyer, okay, or it consists of some group of buyers. Buyer is nothing but a single person, okay. It consists of a single person or it consists of some group of people who are responsible for daily day-to-day activities. What is the meaning of this day-to-day activities? At each and every client location. For suppose if you take a Nike company, at the Nike company itself, some SAP end users will be working. So what those people are going to do is they will be trying to do some activities in the SAP. They don't know anything about the SAP or else they don't know anything about the material management. They will be just trying to create those documents. Okay, whatever the activities does the SAP end users were doing, those activities are going to be monitored by this purchasing group people. Okay, so purchasing group is nothing but it consists of a single buyer or it consists of some group of buyers. Buyer is nothing but a person who are going to monitor the daily day-to-day activities. That is what the definition of a purchasing group in the material management. So this is our enterprise structure that we are going to have in the material management. Okay.